Welcome to today's video, where we'll explore a topic that might seem far removed from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy, but trust me, it's not. Today we're diving into a fascinating subject: the top 5 secret ways to make any man chase you, using the timeless principles of Stoicism. Now I can already imagine what you're thinking. How can Stoicism, a philosophy focused on inner peace, virtue, and self-discipline, possibly help with relationships or attraction? It's a fair question, but the truth is, Stoicism offers profound insights into how we should carry ourselves in life. And when applied to relationships, these principles make us not only attractive, but deeply respected and admired. The Stoic philosophy is built around the idea of living authentically, embracing your inner strength, and focusing on what truly matters. The more we understand ourselves, our values, and our purpose, the more naturally we attract the right people into our lives. By living with integrity, focusing on personal growth, and taking control of our emotions and actions, we become individuals who don't just seek attention, but command it. This is how Stoicism helps in relationships, by fostering a mindset that is focused on being the best version of yourself, not manipulating or impressing others. When you embody these Stoic qualities, you naturally draw others in with your confidence, clarity, and unwavering strength. So in today's video, we'll reveal how adopting Stoic principles can elevate your approach to relationships, help you navigate attraction, and ultimately, make any man chase you, not because you're playing games, but because your strength and authenticity make you truly irresistible. You'll learn how to draw attention through wisdom, grace, and character, qualities that endure far longer than fleeting physical attraction. Before we dive into these 5 powerful Stoic ways to make any man chase you, I'd love to know, are you someone who's already familiar with Stoic philosophy, or is this your first time exploring it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited to hear your thoughts and experiences. Also, if you enjoy this content and want more insights on how to live a life full of wisdom, strength, and purpose, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, and it's a great way to stay updated with future videos on how Stoic principles can transform all areas of your life. So without further ado, let's get started and learn how to channel the power of Stoicism to create meaningful, attraction-based connections in your life. Chapter 1: Cultivate Inner Strength and Self-Respect. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This timeless piece of wisdom speaks directly to the importance of self-respect and inner strength in relationships. When we think of revenge, many of us might initially associate it with outward retaliation or actions meant to make someone else feel the consequences of their behavior. But Marcus, as a Stoic, understood that the greatest form of revenge is to rise above any petty reactions and to maintain our integrity. This is particularly relevant when navigating relationships, as the foundation of attraction and respect comes from within. When your value is not dependent on the approval or validation of others, particularly men, you create an aura of confidence and self-assurance that is impossible to ignore. The Stoic principle of controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't becomes crucial here. You cannot control the behavior or attention of others, but you can control your thoughts, actions, and most importantly, how you see yourself. The Stoics teach us that true strength is not about showing dominance, nor is it about trying to prove our worthiness to others. Instead, it is about cultivating a quiet confidence grounded in self-knowledge and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, frequently encouraged himself to remember that we are the stewards of our own minds, and that we must focus on being good people, rather than seeking validation from external sources. When you stand firm in your own sense of self-worth, free from the need for others to affirm you, you naturally attract those who respect and admire that self-assuredness. This is the essence of cultivating inner strength. It's not about trying to become someone else to win someone's attention, but rather about embracing who you truly are and living in accordance with your values. Cultivating inner strength means recognizing your worth as intrinsic. In a world that constantly bombards us with external pressures, be it societal expectations, beauty standards, or the need for romantic validation, Stoicism teaches us to look inward. By practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and self-discipline, we can build a solid foundation of self-respect. Each day we can work on becoming the best versions of ourselves, not in pursuit of someone else's approval, but in pursuit of our own personal growth. Through meditation and introspection, we come to realize that we are enough as we are, and our strength does not come from the validation of others, but from living in alignment with our core values. When you embody this stoic mindset, you begin to exude a magnetic confidence that draws people in, not because you're trying to impress them, but because you are grounded in who you are. You have established your worth from within, and no amount of external affirmation or rejection will shake that foundation. This doesn't mean you become arrogant or detached from others. On the contrary, it means that you engage with the world authentically, without needing to prove yourself. You know your value, and this quiet strength is incredibly attractive. Men are often drawn to women who are self-assured, not because of their outward appearance or their ability to cater to others, but because they radiate confidence that comes from within. This confidence is not based on superficial traits, but rather on a deeper understanding of their own worth. Men value independence, someone who doesn't need to seek validation in every interaction or situation. This is where inner strength becomes crucial. When you are self-reliant, emotionally stable, and capable of managing your own needs and desires, you become magnetic in your own right. There is something deeply attractive about someone who is grounded in their values and who doesn't seek constant reassurance. But how do you cultivate this self-respect and inner strength in practical terms? First, it starts with self-discipline. The Stoics believed in the importance of controlling our impulses and emotions, and in focusing on what we can control, our own thoughts and actions. By practicing self-discipline, you develop the mental fortitude to stay true to yourself, even in the face of external challenges or pressures. You make decisions based on what aligns with your values, not on what others expect of you. This internal consistency creates a strong sense of self-respect, and when you respect yourself, others naturally respect you too. Another key Stoic practice is mindfulness. Being present with yourself, acknowledging your feelings, thoughts, and desires without judgment is essential to cultivating self-respect. By observing your reactions to different situations, you begin to understand what truly matters to you and what aligns with your authentic self. This clarity enables you to make decisions that are aligned with your values, rather than simply reacting to external circumstances. The more you cultivate this inner peace, the less you rely on outside validation, and the more you build a steady foundation of self-respect. In relationships, this inner strength manifests in your ability to set boundaries, speak with confidence, and engage with others from a place of authenticity. When a man sees that you are confident in who you are and that your value is not up for negotiation, he will be intrigued by your self-assurance. The key here is that your strength doesn't come from a desire to control others or seek validation. Rather, it comes from your ability to remain true to yourself regardless of what others may think. When you live in alignment with your values, you radiate a quiet confidence that others cannot help but be drawn to. To sum up, cultivating inner strength and self-respect through Stoic principles is the foundation of attracting meaningful relationships. When you stop seeking validation from others and start valuing yourself for who you are, you become naturally magnetic. Men are drawn to women who are self-assured, independent, and grounded in their own worth. By embracing Stoicism, you can develop this inner strength and become someone who commands respect, not because you demand it, but because you already possess it within yourself. And that kind of strength, authentic and unwavering, is ultimately what makes you truly irresistible. Chapter 2. Speak with purpose, not empty words. In Stoicism, words are not to be wasted or used recklessly. Instead, they are considered powerful tools that reflect our character and reveal our true nature to the world. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us that every word we speak should be deliberate and align with reason, truth, and integrity. He emphasizes that words should be used to express clarity, not to manipulate or to seek admiration. What is it in itself? He often asks, reminding us to understand the true nature of our actions, thoughts, and importantly, our words. When we speak with purpose, we speak not for approval, not to impress, but to share a deeper understanding of the world around us. This Stoic approach to communication is incredibly attractive. In a world where words can often be used as a means of boasting, exaggerating, or seeking validation, someone who speaks with genuine intention stands out. When you engage with others, particularly in relationships, speaking with purpose means that every word you say carries weight. It isn't about filling silences with meaningless chatter or using flattery to gain attention. It's about being clear, truthful, and aligned with your values, so that when you speak, your words resonate with authenticity and strength. For men, this is a deeply attractive quality. There is something magnetic about a woman who speaks intentionally, who knows when to speak and when to remain silent, and who's able to express herself with clarity and wisdom. It's not about grand speeches or long-winded explanations. Instead, it's about speaking with substance, about saying what matters and expressing thoughts that are rooted in truth. Men are naturally drawn to women who can engage in meaningful conversations, not those who rely on empty words just to fill the air. The Stoic practice of speaking with intention teaches us to avoid unnecessary embellishments or superficial conversation. It encourages us to focus on quality over quantity, substance over superficiality. When you speak with purpose, it's a reflection of your character. People are able to sense when someone is truly speaking from a place of authenticity, and this is what makes your words powerful. Your voice becomes not just a tool for communication, but a window into your integrity. When a man hears you speak, he doesn't just hear words. He hears someone who has clarity of thought, someone who understands the value of truth, and someone who is in tune with their own principles and purpose. This depth and authenticity pique his curiosity. He wants to learn more about you because it's clear that you're someone who isn't just going through the motions of conversation. You're someone who values the exchange of ideas and seeks meaningful connection. By aligning your speech with your values, you naturally become more captivating. You stop speaking for the sake of speaking, and instead, every word you say becomes an extension of your true self. This does not mean that you should be rigid or overly serious all the time. On the contrary, part of speaking with purpose is knowing how to balance your tone, humor, and sincerity. It's about being authentic in every conversation, whether lighthearted or serious, and using words to deepen your connections with others. Stoicism teaches us that we have control over our speech. Unlike our emotions, which may arise unexpectedly, we can choose how to respond to any situation. Marcus Aurelius advised that we should speak only when it serves a higher purpose, whether that's to clarify, to teach, to encourage, or to express something meaningful. He also reminds us that silence is often a more powerful option than speaking unnecessarily. This is a principle that can be incredibly beneficial when it comes to attraction. Instead of constantly filling the silence with words, practice restraint. Choose your moments carefully and speak only when you have something of value to contribute. This makes your words stand out even more because they're rare and precious. When you speak with intention, you also show that you have mastery over your own mind. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is the cultivation of self-mastery. The Stoics believe that we must learn to control our impulses, our emotions, and even our speech. By speaking mindfully and with purpose, you demonstrate that you are not driven by the need for validation or approval from others. Your words are not designed to impress, but to express something true, meaningful, and in alignment with your values. This creates an aura of confidence and self-assurance, both of which are incredibly attractive. In relationships, this kind of communication is even more crucial. Men in particular are drawn to women who can engage in deep, meaningful conversation, who are able to talk about a wide range of topics with thoughtfulness and insight. But it's not just about being knowledgeable, it's about being able to express your thoughts and ideas in a way that resonates with authenticity. Men are intrigued by women who can speak from a place of inner strength, wisdom, and purpose. When you speak with intention, you show that you're not looking to impress anyone. You're simply being yourself, someone who values meaningful conversation and seeks genuine connection. Moreover, when you speak with purpose, you align yourself with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, and justice. You speak because it is the right thing to do, not because you want to manipulate or control the situation. This alignment with virtue makes your words powerful and commanding. They have a certain magnetism, a quiet authority that makes others listen. Men are drawn to this kind of strength because it is rare. In a world where many people speak for the sake of speaking, your intentionality becomes a beacon of authenticity. One of the most attractive qualities in a person is the ability to listen, but even more compelling is the ability to speak with purpose after truly listening. Stoicism teaches us the importance of listening first and speaking second. When you engage with someone, whether it's a man or a friend, take the time to listen attentively before responding. This doesn't mean that you should remain silent all the time, but rather that you should speak with intention after processing the conversation thoughtfully. When you do speak, your words will carry more weight because they come from a place of understanding, reflection, and clarity. In summary, speaking with purpose is one of the most powerful tools you can use to attract genuine attention. The key is not to focus on impressing others, but to focus on expressing yourself authentically and with clarity. By speaking from a place of inner strength, wisdom, and alignment with your values, you'll naturally draw others to you. Men are drawn to women who can engage in meaningful conversations, who speak from a place of integrity, and who are able to express themselves in ways that reflect their true selves. Chapter 3. Let your actions align with your values. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reflected on the nature of personal integrity and how one should live in alignment with their principles. In his writings, especially in Meditations, he reminds us that actions are far more important than words. Actions reveal the true character of a person, far beyond what they claim to stand for. In fact, he put it simply, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. This fundamental principle of Stoicism emphasizes that it's not enough to talk about values or virtues. You must embody them through your actions. This idea of aligning your actions with your principles is not just applicable to the pursuit of personal growth, it's directly relevant to relationships. In the context of attracting a partner, particularly in a romantic sense, authenticity and consistency are two qualities that resonate deeply. The foundation of any strong relationship is trust, and trust is built upon consistency. If your actions continually reflect your core values, whether that's honesty, kindness, or integrity, you create an aura of dependability and authenticity. This is not just attractive, it's magnetic. Attracting someone who genuinely values you and, more importantly, respects you starts with the most important relationship you can have, the relationship with yourself. If you cannot be true to your own principles, then you cannot expect anyone else to respect them. When you live according to your values, you create a strong sense of self, one that is anchored in something greater than momentary desires or external validation. This kind of inner strength is what men, and women for that matter, are deeply attracted to. When your actions align with your values, people see the consistency in your behavior. This is not about being perfect, no one is. It's about being real. Integrity does not mean doing the right thing when it's easy, but consistently striving to act in accordance with what you believe, even in the face of difficulty. It's about showing the world that your actions are not contingent upon external circumstances, but are rooted in your core beliefs. For instance, if you value honesty, you will speak your truth even when it's uncomfortable. If you value kindness, you will act with compassion toward others, regardless of how they treat you. For a man to chase you, he must first see your strength and independence. But these qualities are not based on superficial displays of confidence or trying to impress others. They are born out of the deep-seated conviction that your actions reflect your true self. When a man sees that you are unwavering in your values, he begins to respect you for your consistency. This is the foundation of genuine attraction. It's the opposite of playing games or pretending to be something you're not. True attraction comes from a place of deep respect for who you are at your core. Living in alignment with your values also means setting healthy boundaries. Marcus Aurelius often spoke about the importance of not allowing others to dictate your actions or your emotional state. By sticking firmly to your principles, you demonstrate to the world, including potential partners, that you will not compromise who you are for anyone. A woman who stands firm in her values, who knows what she believes and is not afraid to act on it, is incredibly appealing. The sense of self-assurance, rooted in integrity, signals that you are someone who is worthy of admiration, and not someone who can be easily swayed by external pressures or temporary desires. However, this is not about being rigid or unapproachable. In Stoicism, the concept of temperance, or moderation, plays a crucial role. While your actions should align with your values, they should also be measured and considerate of the situation and the people around you. This balance is what makes Stoicism so powerful. It encourages you to be firm in your principles, but also flexible enough to respond with wisdom to the ever-changing circumstances of life. When your actions are consistent with your values, yet adaptable to different situations, you become someone who is both dependable and emotionally intelligent. It's important to recognize that living according to your values is not about seeking validation from others. In fact, Stoic teachings emphasize the importance of focusing on your own judgment and actions, rather than being influenced by what others think or do. In relationships, this means that you should not try to behave in a way that you think will make someone like you. Instead, you must be true to yourself and allow people to be attracted to you for who you truly are. When you act in alignment with your values, the right people will be drawn to you naturally. This principle is particularly powerful in romantic relationships. A man who sees that you are a woman who lives according to her principles, whether it's your commitment to your career, your values around family, or your passion for personal growth, will be deeply impressed by your authenticity. He will see that you are a person of substance, not someone who changes their actions based on external validation or social expectations. When he sees this, it sparks admiration. He is drawn to your inner strength, your confidence, and your ability to stay true to yourself, even when it may not be the easiest or most popular choice. Moreover, acting in alignment with your values also leads to a deeper sense of self-respect. The more you live according to your principles, the more you cultivate a sense of personal pride and fulfillment. This self-respect is contagious. When you respect yourself, others will naturally follow suit. A man who sees that you value yourself and your principles will not only be intrigued, but will also be motivated to pursue you with the same level of respect and admiration. One of the most important aspects of acting according to your values is the ability to show kindness and generosity to others without expecting anything in return. Marcus Aurelius was a firm believer in acting justly and treating others with respect. In relationships, this translates to showing your partner kindness, honesty, and care, not because you expect anything in return, but because it is simply the right thing to do. A man will be drawn to you when he sees that your actions are rooted in genuine care and love, rather than in what you hope to get out of the relationship. Consistency in living by your values also helps create trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any successful relationship. When your actions are predictable and align with your words, a sense of trust naturally develops. A man will feel secure in knowing that you will always act with integrity, kindness, and fairness. This creates a foundation upon which both partners can build a healthy, lasting relationship. In conclusion, when you let your actions align with your values, You radiate a sense of strength and authenticity that others cannot ignore. Your actions become a reflection of your true character, and when a man sees this, he will be drawn to you, not because you're playing games or trying to impress him, but because you're a person of integrity and substance. By embodying your principles, you will not only attract the right kind of attention, but you will also command the respect and admiration of those around you. Your consistency, authenticity, and unwavering commitment to your values are what make you irresistible to the right partner. Live with integrity, and you will naturally attract those who value you for the strong, independent, and authentic person you are. Chapter 4: Master the Art of Detachment. One of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy is the concept of detachment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently reflected on how to maintain inner peace despite the chaos and unpredictability of life. He understood that while we cannot control external events, we do have control over how we respond to them. This is where the practice of detachment comes into play. It's the ability to remain centered, unaffected by the temporary fluctuations of life, and to not let external circumstances dictate your emotional well-being. In relationships, particularly romantic ones, the Stoic practice of detachment holds immense power in making you an irresistible person to others, particularly to the man who may be interested in you. In the context of relationships, detachment does not mean being aloof or cold. Rather, it means cultivating emotional independence. It's the understanding that your happiness, your peace of mind, and your self-worth are not dependent on someone else's actions, words, or approval. When you are detached from the outcome of a relationship, whether it's a man's affection, attention, or validation, you create an aura of calm self-assurance that naturally draws people to you. It's an attractive quality because, at a deep psychological level, people are drawn to those who are not desperate for approval or validation. This detachment creates a sense of mystery and allure, making the man curious about who you are and what makes you so confident in yourself. When you become emotionally independent, you are no longer constantly seeking external affirmation or trying to prove yourself. This frees you to be authentic, to be who you are without the pressure of performing for anyone else. You are no longer seeking validation from others, especially in the context of a romantic relationship. This freedom is intoxicating. Men, in particular, are naturally attracted to women who seem to have a life that is fulfilling and independent of their attention. When you don't rely on his affection to validate your worth, he sees you as someone with an inner strength that is rare and valuable. Marcus Aurelius himself said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us that our emotions and reactions are within our control. In romantic relationships, this means that you do not need to base your happiness on the actions of a man, nor should you let your emotions be ruled by whether he is paying attention to you or not. By practicing detachment, you maintain your emotional equilibrium regardless of external circumstances. If he's not showing interest, if he's pulling away, or if his attention is elsewhere, your sense of self does not waver. You remain unaffected because your peace of mind is not reliant on anyone else's behavior. This emotional stability is crucial in making a lasting impression on a man. When you are detached from the outcome of whether a man likes you or not, you exude a sense of composure and balance that makes you more attractive. Men are often drawn to women who seem to be self-sufficient emotionally, who have a life of their own and are not seeking external validation. This quality signals that you are emotionally mature, grounded, and not someone who will chase after someone in a way that is needy or desperate. Instead, you show that you are secure in yourself, capable of living a fulfilling life without relying on the approval or attention of another. At the same time, this does not mean that you shut off your feelings or become completely indifferent to the man's attention. Rather, detachment is about maintaining a healthy balance between your emotions and your sense of self. You can be affectionate, caring, and loving while still maintaining a strong sense of independence and emotional equilibrium. It's the difference between being emotionally available and open to connection. versus being emotionally dependent or attached to the outcome of that connection. The power of detachment also lies in its ability to reduce the pressure that can often come with relationships. When you are not overly attached to the outcome, you are free to engage with the man in a more relaxed, natural way. You don't feel the need to constantly perform or prove your worth. This removes any anxiety or tension from your interactions, which in turn makes you more approachable and appealing. You show up as your authentic self, without fear of rejection or worry about how he will perceive you, and this in itself is incredibly attractive. Another aspect of detachment that is key to this process is not taking things personally. When you detach yourself from the outcome of a relationship, you also detach yourself from the potential hurt of rejection. In relationships, especially romantic ones, there is always the possibility that things won't work out. A man may not feel the same way, or he may lose interest. When you practice detachment, you can experience these moments without feeling devastated or losing your sense of self-worth. You understand that rejection is not a reflection of your value, it's simply a part of life. This perspective allows you to move on gracefully without holding on to resentment or bitterness. Men, in turn, are attracted to women who are able to handle rejection with grace and emotional maturity. The more you're able to let go of expectations and maintain a sense of composure, the more you will attract the right kind of attention. When you act from a place of emotional independence, the man will sense this strength and be drawn to you, not because you're trying to manipulate or win his affection, but because you embody a rare quality, a woman who is complete in herself. It's also important to note that detachment doesn't mean detaching from the relationship itself. It means detaching from the need to control the relationship, the other person's actions, or the outcome. You can still invest time, energy, and affection into a relationship, but without becoming emotionally dependent on it. When you are free from the need to control or force an outcome, you allow the relationship to unfold naturally. This creates space for genuine connection, where both individuals can explore the relationship at their own pace, free of pressure or expectation. Finally, detachment gives you the ability to focus on your own life and personal growth. When you're not emotionally wrapped up in the outcome of a relationship, you have more time and energy to dedicate to your own well-being, goals, and aspirations. This independence and focus on self-growth is magnetic. Men are drawn to women who are passionate about their own lives, who have goals and ambitions outside of the relationship. When you lead a fulfilling life and pursue your own growth, you naturally become more attractive, not because you are trying to impress, but because you exude a sense of fulfillment and purpose that cannot be ignored. In conclusion, mastering the art of detachment is a powerful tool for creating attraction in relationships. When you detach from the outcome, whether it's a man's attention, approval, or affection, you paradoxically make yourself more desirable. By focusing on your own life, values, and emotional independence, you create a sense of mystery and strength that naturally draws people in. Detachment does not mean shutting yourself off emotionally, but rather learning to remain centered and unaffected by the fluctuations of external events. When you live this way, you become someone who's truly magnetic, someone who commands respect and attention, and someone who will naturally attract the right kind of partner. Chapter 5. Embrace your own journey and self-improvement. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, one of the most profound teachings is the emphasis on constant growth, learning, and self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, captured the essence of this idea when he said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This wisdom suggests that the nature of who we are is shaped by the thoughts we choose to entertain and the actions we take. In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, this idea holds great significance, particularly when considering how personal growth and self-improvement can create the foundation for deep, meaningful connections with others. When we prioritize our own growth, whether it's in our careers, health, hobbies, or intellectual pursuits, we naturally attract people who are drawn to our authentic energy. The Stoic belief in self-improvement isn't about striving for perfection or external validation. It's about the continuous commitment to becoming the best version of oneself. In relationships, particularly romantic ones, this philosophy translates into a powerful principle. A woman who is focused on her own journey, who is dedicated to her personal growth, becomes magnetic. She does not wait for others to define her worth or give her a sense of purpose. She finds fulfillment within herself and actively works on bettering herself day by day. This drive for personal development, whether it's through advancing in a career, focusing on physical health, nurturing intellectual curiosity, or cultivating meaningful hobbies, radiates confidence and strength. A man who is attracted to a woman is naturally drawn to her sense of passion, authenticity, and individuality. When a woman is devoted to improving herself, it shows that she respects her own worth, values her time, and is not dependent on others to feel complete. This doesn't mean that she doesn't desire companionship or love. It simply means that she has a deep sense of self-sufficiency and independence. She's not looking for someone to fill a void in her life, but to share in the journey of life with someone who can complement her growth. For example, consider a woman who is passionate about her career. She is driven by purpose and constantly seeks to improve her skills and knowledge in her field. She doesn't do this to impress anyone, but to fulfill her own potential and create a life she's proud of. This commitment to personal growth makes her an individual who is not only capable of achieving her goals, but also someone who values progress over perfection. In relationships, this sense of purpose is incredibly attractive because it signals that she's someone who is actively engaging with life rather than passively waiting for things to come to her. Similarly, a woman who is focused on her health and wellness is someone who is mindful of her body and mind. She values self-care, not for the approval of others, but because it aligns with her deeper sense of well-being. Whether it's through regular exercise, eating nutritious food, or practicing mindfulness, her dedication to maintaining a balanced and healthy lifestyle reflects her commitment to long-term growth and fulfillment. This focus on health and wellness not only contributes to her physical appearance, but also enhances her emotional and mental well-being. Men are often attracted to women who demonstrate care and dedication to themselves in this way, as it signals a person who values their own growth and well-being. Moreover, the pursuit of hobbies and intellectual endeavors can also add to a woman's personal journey of growth. Whether it's learning a new language, taking up painting, or delving into a particular area of interest, a woman who continually seeks to expand her horizons exudes an intellectual curiosity that makes her intriguing. Her interests are not confined to the boundaries of a relationship, but are a reflection of her broader desire to learn, grow, and experience life. This curiosity and passion for life naturally draws others in, as it shows that she is not solely focused on external validation, but is deeply invested in the development of her mind, spirit, and soul. When a man sees a woman who is committed to her personal growth, he doesn't feel pressured or burdened by her need for validation. Instead, he is inspired by her independence and strength. He may find himself admiring her because she is not dependent on him to feel fulfilled or worthy. Rather, she invites him into her life as someone who shares in her journey, someone who complements her growth, and someone who is drawn to her because of the authentic energy she projects. This dynamic is far more powerful than one in which a woman is seeking to impress or gain approval. It's a relationship built on mutual respect, admiration, and a shared commitment to growth. This is not to say that relationships don't require effort or that self-improvement can't include growth together as a couple. The point, however, is that true attraction arises when both individuals are actively engaged in their own journeys and can share in the beauty of personal evolution. A man is drawn to a woman who is confident in her own right, who is growing not for him but for herself. When he sees that she values herself, he will naturally be inclined to value her as well. Self-improvement doesn't stop at professional success, physical health, or intellectual pursuits. It also extends to emotional maturity and personal character. A woman who is committed to her own emotional growth, who works through past traumas, builds self-awareness, and practices kindness and compassion, becomes even more magnetic. Her ability to engage with herself emotionally and take responsibility for her own happiness is incredibly attractive because it signals to others that she is capable of creating a positive, supportive relationship environment. When a woman cultivates emotional intelligence and strives for personal peace, she becomes a source of strength and comfort to those around her, especially a potential partner. A key element of the Stoic principle of self-improvement is recognizing that it is a lifelong journey. There is no final destination, no moment when we can say we are perfect or fully complete. Instead, the pursuit of personal growth is ongoing, and the more a woman dedicates herself to this journey, the more she refines and defines her path in life. She learns to navigate challenges with grace, accepts the inevitable imperfections along the way, and continuously strives to become better. This ongoing process of self-discovery and growth is what makes her not only more attractive to a potential partner but also more fulfilled and content with her own life. In conclusion, embracing your own journey of self-improvement as outlined by Stoic philosophy has a profound impact on your relationships. By focusing on your personal growth, not for the approval or attention of others, but for your own development, you naturally become more attractive. Men are drawn to women who have a sense of purpose, independence, and self-respect. When you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself, you create a life that others want to be a part of, not because they feel needed, but because your journey is one that inspires admiration and connection. In this way, focusing on your growth allows you to attract the right people into your life, those who appreciate you for the person you are becoming, and who want to share in that journey with you. Not because they need you, but because they find value in walking alongside you. In the end, making any man chase you is not about manipulation or playing games. It's about embracing a deeper understanding of yourself and living according to the timeless principles of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on inner strength, purposeful communication, value-driven action, detachment from outcomes, and a relentless commitment to self-improvement. These principles help you become a woman who commands respect and admiration, not because you're trying to control or impress anyone, but because you've cultivated a life rooted in wisdom, clarity, and authenticity. When you live with these Stoic values, you become magnetic without needing to seek attention. Your inner strength and self-respect will naturally draw others to you, especially those who resonate with the same qualities of integrity, mindfulness, and personal growth. This isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, so much so that others can't help but be intrigued by your journey. When a man sees that you're deeply invested in your own growth, self-worth, and purpose, he will be naturally drawn to you, not because you need him, but because he wants to be a part of the life you've already started building for yourself. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found value in these Stoic insights and how they can transform your approach to relationships, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content on how to live a life filled with wisdom, strength, and clarity. The principles shared today aren't just for romantic relationships. They apply to every aspect of life, from friendships to work and beyond. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How have you used Stoicism to improve your relationships or your personal journey? Share your experiences, thoughts, and reflections, and let's keep this conversation going. If you think this message can benefit someone you know, don't hesitate to share the video with them. Let's spread the power of Stoicism to as many people as possible. Now go forth and embrace the power of Stoic wisdom in all aspects of your life. When you live with integrity and clarity, the right people will be drawn to you, and that in itself will be the greatest attraction of all.